let's discuss pandering politicians. A few days ago, Rashida Tlaib posted this nonsense. And it made me realize Rashida Tlaib is not a real person. As a member of the squad, she's Michelle to AOC's Beyonce. And in an attempt to compensate for her lowly position in the group, she strives in desperation to capture some limelight by being as progressive as humanly possible, and ends up looking like a caricature of a liberal. Let's start with the first part. As a black man in this country, I am fully cognizant of the fact that our justice and judicial systems treat people differently. Whether it's color or class, the inconsistencies need to be addressed. But for someone in her position to insinuate that our country's police wake up every morning, put on their kit, and risk their lives, all in an effort to assassinate dark-skinned people, is not only offensive, but delusional. There is no way to know what was going through that officer's mind during her interaction with Daunte Wright. But I'd go out and assume that with the heightened tension of the moment, and the suspect trying to get back into his car, she was not simultaneously planning out an assassination in which she'd scream taser as part of her performance to the camera, and then execute a man before feigning surprise. Of course, a 26-year-old veteran confusing an 8-ounce highlighter for a 31-ounce black brick is nearly as concerning. But lastly, to say a society does not need guardians, and a system in which people are punished and held accountable for their actions, is incredibly chaotic. Some cities are unnecessarily militarized and almost all need reform, but to say it all needs to be abolished is not just attention-seeking, it's reckless. When I saw this tweet, I immediately thought of Josh Hawley, who went to law school at Yale and then spent half of his speech time at this year's CPAC on a diatribe about how elites are attempting to take over our country. I understand that elections are often a popularity contest, but when politicians spend more time performing and virtue signaling than they do fighting for their constituents, we need to take notice and let them know their behavior doesn't go unchecked. And the same way we voted them in, we can vote them out.